First one is called Futility. Move him into the sun, gently to touch walking once, at home, whispering of fields unsown, always a walking, even in France, until this morning and the snow. If anything might rise now, kind of sun. Think how it wakes the seeds, what once the clay of a cold star, our limbs so dear achieving, our sides full nerve, still warm, now too hard to stare. Was it for this that the clay grew tall? Or what made fatuous sunbeams toil to break earth's sleep at all? Thank you. And the next one I'm going to do is this anthem for doomed youth. I think he's playing on national anthem and basically saying that it all doesn't go well. What passing bells for those who die as cattle? Only the monstrous anger of the guns, only the stuttering rifles' rapid battle can patter out their hasty horizons. No mockeries now for them, no prayers, no bells, nor any voice of mourning, save the choirs, the shrill, demented choirs of wailing shells and bugles calling for them from sad shines. What candles may be held to speed them all? Not in the hands of boys, but in their eyes shall shine the holy glimmers of goodbyes. The parlour of girls' brow shall be their pale, their flowers the tenderness of patient minds, and each slow dusk a drawing down of the blinds. Thank you. Hello everybody. Hi. I've been asked some poems of Wilfred Owen today. Also a couple of mine as well. No relevant. Wilfred Owen stories out of Birkenhead. He spent his formative years here and is the most famous First World poet in Europe. And here's one of his damned poems. Dossier de Coronet. Bent double like old beggars under sacks, knock-kneeing and coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge. Till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep, many had lost their boots but limped on bloodshot, all went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of tired, outstripped 5 nines that dropped behind. Gas, gas, quick boys of ecstasy, of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or lime. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea, I saw him drown. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, coughing and drowning. If in some smothering dreams you could pace behind the wagon and we flung him, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face like a devil sick of sin, if you could hear at every jot the blood come gargling from his froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cud, a vile incurable source of innocent tongues, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest to children ardent the desperate blow that all dossier de corones pro patria. Thank you. Second World War, and both between English and German people.
Thank you.
And this is about the relationship between England and Germany. And it's called Engeland. Engel in the German word for angel. My skin is white and glistens through, got caught on the barbed wire like yours did too. My son was caught at home when the bombs fell off the sky, like yours did too, like ours did too. Our mothers, sons, great-grandchildren walked up the same lanes, held on to the memory until they too let go. The blood turned into the colour of picture books. To become once again people, fighting over Jeff Hurst gold, sitting round the table to discuss peace in the Middle East, stag do's and cross-country love, no longer Tommy O'Krant, just you and me. Thank you. Is everyone alright? Just passing the time, isn't it really? It's not as a lovely day as it was yesterday. This is a slightly different poem altogether. Nothing to do with Wilfred Owen.
Okay.
But as Wilfred Owen would describe what was around him on the battlefield, he wanted to be the voice of the soldiers. I look around the modern Mellor, and this is called And Who's That? I look around the world, but it switches off, reverting back to slow meditation, with just a closed circuit seeing her keeping fit and healthy. But most are running on half empty, filling up at the heart from power 9 a.m. in the morning. But still they gaggle, leaving little bits on message boards, one-liners, half-baked ideas, connected till the fuse is blown. A marriage, a job, a long-lost memory, a glass in the face, their crumbling house. The gaps which are already filled, look around the world and it switches off. It's consuming pints and pints to fill the river Mersey, leaving letters piling up on the beach. Anger-fueled heat hovering over the city. A Saturday night, teeming with tears, a bloke blowing off steam, and I'm stood motionless in the street. Thank you. And is anybody here actually from Liscard or Horsey? No? So well, where everyone's from somewhere. And this is again about the changing way of our streets. This is called Street Scene. That's Italian studio, that's a chimney, that's Italian studio, that's a hairdresser's, empty shop, empty shop, empty shop. That's a smoke-free Witherspoons, that's a closed pub, that's a closed pub, that's a closed pub, that's a couple strapped for cash, whose family next door, whose gyro wouldn't last. That's a fake town, that's a discarded chip paper, that's another fake town, that's just a street that's come to its end.